Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to ask Spirit what you need to know and what messages do they have for you. And we will be having two groups. The first one is choice, understanding consequences. And the second one is understanding, looking at both sides. These are Dragon Spirit cards, so whichever one you feel more drawn to would be your group. If you feel like you should watch both of them, feel free to do so. And let's dive right in with group number one. Okay, group number one. There is a choice you have to make in your life right now. However, you might feel like you do not have enough resources to make a right choice. There is a lot of earth energy and a lot of pentacle energy here, so I would say it has to do with stability or money or something along those lines, and it is making you feel nervous because you're not really sure what choice you need to make for this to be good for your future and for the long term. Here we have the scholar, investigation and research. So obviously, if you feel like you do not have enough resources or enough knowledge to make an educated decision, then I would advise you, and obviously Spirit would advise you, to look into this topic a little bit more and research a little bit more about those choices that you think that you have and that you think you have to make. I also hear that some of you might not have confidence with learning or studying and things like that, so it is hard for you to actually research things and it makes you anxious, but you need to have a bit more faith in yourself. Also, we have the guide, inheritance, correction. There could be somebody in your life that could actually help you with this decision and with this path that you're not currently aware of. With the inheritance here, obviously, the most logical interpretation would be that some of you could inherit some money and you might not even know about it. So, or it could not be an inheritance, but just there will be some money coming your way that you will be able to use to make a better choice in this. You could be able to save a little bit more than you thought you had. And for some of you, you could be thinking about starting some kind of school or learning something new or going to school for something. I hear that some of you could be interested in history or art history or something like that. It obviously doesn't have to be for everybody here, but just know that you will be able to go to this school and you will be able to put your efforts into this, and it's going to be successful and your path is going to be illuminated and you will be guided in this path, so you do not have to worry about it that much. With the understanding consequences here, whichever choice you make, you will need to accept that choice and that you chose that exactly, because a lot of us might feel like after we decide something that we regret it or that the other choice could have been better, but obviously you are not able to know which one is better until you try one. And life is not a straight line. Whichever choice you make, you can go back. Obviously not with everything. For example, if you want to have a child, you cannot just, leave the child be. I mean, you can, but it's a bit different with that and with choosing a school, for example, or choosing a way of education or a job or something like that. If you choose a wrong job, you can always quit it and try another one. We have harvest, hearth, and snow. Determination, hard work, safety, comfort, spiritual connection, and rest and contemplation. These three cards feel quite cozy here. Some of you definitely could be thinking about buying a home, a house, or apartment or something like that, or choosing an apartment in which you would be staying. I feel like there is definitely some student watching this that is, on their way to a college or something like that. And if that is you, I want to tell you that things are going to work out for you either way. Don't have to worry too much. But I feel like, for example, if you are lacking money right now and you have to make choices based on how much money you have currently, you might feel like some options you have are lacking in some aspects, or that they are not exactly as you envisioned these spaces to be, this home or this job, or I want to say relationship, but I don't necessarily feel like this is a reading related to love at all, but take it as it resonates for you. You might feel like one choice is a bit cold and uninspiring, while the other is quite warm and inviting, and one choice is more manageable or more affordable, while the other could be more expensive or require more effort out of you. And each of these choices will offer you different benefits. Either one is going to bring harvest in your life. Basically, you will be able to reap the benefits of whichever one you choose. Some of you could be witches or doing some kind of, magic and have an altar, and Spirit is telling you to pray to the deity that you work with, or if you're Christian or, religious, whatever kind of religion. Spirit is also telling you that you need to seek guidance from the spirits and the ancestors and the God that you believe in. And they will be able to help you, guide you in this path, as we have the guide here. Okay, let's look at the tarot. You have quite a bit of pentacle and earth energy, as I said, and there is also a lot of horned animals here. So we have the cows and the bulls, and here we have the, it's not the goat, the other one. I forgot what it's called, the male sheep. Here we have horns as well. Here we have a dragon as well with the devil. So some of you could be a Capricorn or like Aries or something. Some of you could actually be keeping these type of animals on a farm or in your, homestead or something like that. It is quite interesting that we have the Seven of Pentacles here and the Four of Swords, which are basically just a different type of these two cards that we have, the Harvest and the Rest card here. So some of you could be working really hard towards the goal that you have, and you could be feeling a little bit burnt out, and you're worried about the outcome of the work that you have put into this. But Spirit wants you to know that now is finally time to rest, and you need to let the universe and the time do its thing and allow it to have space. Whatever you're working on right now, you do not need to obsess over it as hard as you might have been up till now, and you need to let it go. Rest and don't think about it, and let it have a beginning of its own. Because, you know, if you plant whatever you want, mint or like rosemary, whatever, if you plant it in dirt in a pot in your home, and if you keep watching it every day for it to sprout, it's going to feel much longer than it would if you leave it there for a few days and come back to it and finally you see it sprout. You know what I mean. So give things space for it to materialize for you and for it to grow, and try not to stifle it so much. You have the energy of Queen of Pentacles here, so there is going to be a nurturing energy surrounding you and abundance coming your way. Some of you, I feel like there is a lot of animal energy. I mean, obviously this is an animal deck, but I actually felt quite drawn to it for this reading because I don't really feel a pull towards this deck. I find it hard sometimes to read with it, but animals could be really significant in your life. Some of you might want to work with animals, like a vet, or maybe you want to have a farm or something like that. And the animals in your life are definitely guiding you on this path, and they are helping you reach your goals. And we have the Three of Pentacles as well, so some of you could be worried related to work, and you needn't be as worried as you are right now. You're definitely overthinking things right now, and you're going to have guidance, as I said, and there's going to be teamwork surrounding this situation, so you're not alone. There are people here that are going to help you, and the animals who are helping you, they are giving you their energy for you to be able to move forward. And the Devil here, obviously, it could have different interpretations, but I truly feel like here it is an obsession. And for some of you, I hear it could be related to alcoholism and addiction of that kind. So somebody in your family or you could struggle with alcoholism, and you're worried that this might hinder and affect the choice here or the path here that you have. But I don't really feel that it's that strong, that it's strong enough to, ruin this. We have the Seven of Swords as well, so you feel like somebody could be trying to sabotage you here. It could be a parent, for example, or something along those lines. But this is an underlying fear that you have, the sabotage. But in reality, you are much stronger than this person that is maybe trying to hinder you. You are the magician here, and you have the resources to make this work for yourself, and you needn't worry so much, because you know deep down that nobody can, step on your way and ruin your plans. So, as I said, the final message would be for you to research a bit more to know exactly what you're getting into and to trust yourself, because you are guided and things are going to work out your way, whatever you're thinking about choosing right now. Thanks a lot for listening, and if this resonated, please feel free to comment under the video and like it if it did. And see you next time, or in group 2 if you wish to listen to it. Bye. Hello, group 2. For you, we had the understanding card, and I have to tell you, it's a bit fascinating because you got a lot of similar energies and similar cards as group number 1, and I don't pick the cards myself. I let them fall out of the deck, and literally you have the Magician at the exact same spot as group number 1. So I feel like a lot of you are, I mean, if you clicked on this video, obviously you could be, having the same problems, but it is similar issues could be happening in all of your lives. With the Green Witch Oracle, we got the Moss Agate here. It says positivity and change, and coincidentally I do have 2 Moss Agates in my possession, which I enjoy, but I do not use them as much as I probably should. I don't know if it will, center on it or something. So we will keep them here and let them infuse this reading with their energy. Let's start with the Green Witch for you. So we have Thyme, which is presence and self-awareness, and Moss Agate, positivity and change. And this is a period of change for a lot of us. It is the eighth portal as well at the time I'm recording this. For you, this is such a simple thing, but green and color green and plants or nature could be very significant for some of you. Maybe you have felt like you lack the connection with the trees and the plants, or you're unable to go out to the nature as much as you would usually because of your work or other responsibilities that you have in your home life right now. And Spirit is telling you to reach out to Mother Nature, even if you buy like a little succulent plant and put it by your window or something like that, just to have something green to look at. It is quite prominent, the energy of Pentacles in this reading as well. Literally, we have 5 cards here that represent Pentacles. So you as well could be dealing with some money issues or job issues or home issues or something to do with Pentacles in any case. And it's quite interesting how for the first reading I was actually quite focused, and for you I cannot seem to grasp the message. Okay, let's go like this. So we have the Patron and the Vengeance here. We have mentorship, finances, and overcoming slight choice. So you literally also have a choice as the group 1 here that is coming through. And the mentorship and the Patron card as well you will also be having guidance in your path in the future. I feel like this is not somebody you know right now, and it could be a person you might meet very soon that is going to be able to help you with the issue that you have. I hear that some of you could have a small business that you might want to start and you're not really confident about it. But there will be somebody offering help, financial help, and there could have been somebody in your life that offered help, but they didn't come through for you. And this really feels like a grudge that you're holding against somebody that left you out in the cold, so to speak. But with the understanding here, you might be looking at this situation only from your perspective. And I'm not saying if somebody literally betrayed you that you need to be able to understand them. But if this is something of less seriousness, so to speak, where this person just didn't come through with their promises, there could be something in their life that they had to deal with that they're unable to share with you, or you could know about it but you feel like it's not an excuse. But spirit is asking you to try to look at their side of the thing as well. Either way, you are able to move forward without this person helping you. Spirit is asking you to be positive and not think negatively about this problem that you're having. I really feel like it could be related to a job, and as I said, a small business, but it could just be like selling some handmade things without making it a business just yet. Some of you, it could be related to plants, like a flower shop or herbal shop, or like selling tea or something like that. Try to look at things as positively as you're able to, and try to, I mean, obviously you cannot be just like flowers and butterflies all the time and always think positively, but try not to allow negative thoughts to overwhelm you as much. You could try drinking thyme tea. I feel the energy is quite potent here. It could be able to help you center and ground yourself, and grounding will help you know which choices and which paths you need to take in order for this thing you're working on to take off. Now, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles here as well. So, for you, things have already taken their place. It is not like you're working on it and waiting for it to appear. You have already sown the seeds and it is already appearing in your reality and in your life right now, the beginnings of it. And you're worried that for some reason it could be cut off. But with your hard work and accepting offerings from other people who are there to help you, this will be able to prosper much more than you might have envisioned in your mind. For some of you, as I said, you could have accepted help from somebody else, but it didn't really come through, and now you are worried about accepting any kind of help from other people. Sorry if I'm like swinging this brush around too much, but you needn't be afraid of accepting help, because here with the Six of Pentacles, there is going to be somebody that is going to genuinely be able to offer you some kind of guidance and help, and you need to be able to accept it in order for this to prosper. Here we have the Three of Pentacles as well as the repeating card in this group as well. So teamwork and, team projects are going to be very important for you as well. With the Two of Pentacles here, you need to be able to balance this, receiving help and being independent as well. Try not to put all your hopes in somebody else and work on things yourself a bit more as well. But we have the Four of Wands, Swords, sorry, here, as well as in the first group, which is giving the same message. You need to work hard, but you need to know when to rest as well. I had to stop the video multiple times because of my neighbor's dogs that are really annoying. I forgot what I was talking about, so definitely some interruptions in these groups happening. Let's see. We have the Five of Wands, which is competition and conflict. Some of you might feel like the market for whatever you're offering here is too saturated, and that you might have a lot of competition, and that people are going to try to ruin this for you, similarly to group number one. But again, you are the magician. You are able to weave your own destiny, to make your own path in life. You have all the resources to fend off these people trying to sabotage you, trying to make the project not work out. All in all, you needn't worry too much about this. I feel like I should pull one more card for some reason. Spirit. You have the Queen of Pentacles, literally the same card as the group number one. You are going to prosper. You're going to prosper so much you're going to be able to nurture other people in your life if that is something you want. Also, I always read this as a motherly energy, so there could be a mother figure in your life that is definitely going to help you out on this way, on this path. It doesn't have to be somebody you already know. As I said, it could be a patron of some sorts that is going to help you bring this vision to fruition. Thank you for listening till the end. If you enjoyed it and if it resonated, please consider leaving a comment or liking the video and subscribing. It helps me out a lot, even if I am not really able to film videos that often. I hope something, helped you from listening to this, and I hope you have a great day, great week, great month until we see each other again. And yeah, see you next time.